Hi there, I'm personal stylist and style expert Noelle Cellini, and I am joined here today by Dr. Jen Stanley, who is a traditional naturopath. And today we're going to be talking about wireless bras and why this is something that women should consider changing to and what it does, for our health. Now, to give you kind of a quick background, Jen and I are actually working together. My mom is working with her too. My mom had arthritis in her wrists and has now been doing her ionic, hand bath every day, and then been working with Jen to do lymphatic, massages to help, drain any inflammation and stagnation in the lymph, which is actually something we're going to talk about when we talk about wireless bras and the lymph system. And she's canceled her surgery, which I'm super excited about because we're treating, the root cause of something. And then for myself, I just kind of gravitated towards working with Jen because I changed my diet a bunch, and then I really realized that detox and diet are not mutually exclusive for optimal health. And I have seen like my new normal has jumped up in terms of, energy, and I wouldn't even consider myself a high anxiety person, but, I felt like Buddha sat in my head, halfway through our working together. So many benefits. And Jen's story is actually really interesting because you started out as a chef and then were diagnosed with, was it fibromyalgia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you started out as a chef here in Chicago.
No, actually, I was in Atlanta.
Okay.
At the time, I was working as a professional chef for the Four Seasons hotels, and I received an award from the Charlie Trotter Aspiring Chef Foundation, and that's actually what brought me back to Chicago. So I moved back to Chicago to get a degree in pastries from the French Pastry School, which is downtown.
Which my favorite. I
yes,
love my desserts.
your
yes.
French pastries, yes. And during that program, I ended up getting diagnosed with fibromyalgia.
And then kind of faced with, the reality of having to, take pills for the rest of your life. They're like, there has to be a better way, right?
Yeah. I was told it's just going to be medication. That's our only solution. And that didn't land for me. It just didn't resonate as the only option.
Mm-hmm.
And so actually through my mom, somebody told me about this naturopath, and I knew nothing about natural medicine at that time, but made an appointment and, went in and saw her and changed my diet. And within 9 months, all my symptoms were in remission.
And basically did the detoxing that I'm doing
Yes.
now, where you address things in certain order, like colon, then kidney, liver,
Yes.
heavy metals, etc. Yeah, that's so inspiring.
Yeah.
So great. So now we're going to talk about why no Underwire bras. And then Jen and I are going to give you kind of, some brands to look for and other options that we have as women. We still want to look good in our clothes, mm-hmm. and we still want, some support going on here. And so why really should women think about switching out of Underwire bras?
So with the Underwire bras, we're talking about breast health and the lymphatic system. So if you think about what women tend to do every day, we get up in the morning, we shower, we may shave our armpits, and then we slather on an aluminum-based deodorant or even a natural deodorant that has no aluminum in it. And that's getting absorbed right into the breast tissue and what we call the axillary lymph nodes, which are main lymph drains for the upper half of our body. So then we put on an Underwire bra that then traps that lymphatic fluid and prevents the breast from draining out that fluid throughout the day. So it becomes more acidic. And your lymph fluid is your immune system. So if you get pooling of the lymphatic system around the breast tissue, that causes more fibrocystic breasts. It causes pressure down into the arm and causes carpal tunnel. And it applies pressure onto the chest. So women will tend to experience more anxiety or more prone to panic attacks because of the excess fluid.
Because your body feels that weight, even if it's a slight change, you feel that the impact it has, on your system. And then the other thing too is that actually somebody else had brought this up to me that, with all the Wi-Fi going on, kind of the Underwire bras are kind of like an antenna, picking up on all. You can go into a coffee shop or into any store and there's, Wi-Fi everywhere. And, where is that? It's right kind of by our heart and obviously right, by our breasts. So that's also something I think kind of want to, get away from as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're going to talk about brands and what options we have as women and where to find these fabulous, wireless bras. So the first one I have here on Mandy is actually by Woolco, and I will be sure to include a bunch of brands, more than what we're talking about today, in the comment section below, as well as actually my homemade deodorant recipe. I can eat it. Jen was talking about deodorant before, and you might find that really helpful as well. And this brand has been around forever. They've for a long time made women's lingerie, so they really kind of know what they're doing. This I got at Nordstrom's. I just walked in and was like, show me your wireless bras. And I tried a bunch on. And this actually just came in band size. It did not come in a cup size. But what's nice about it is that it actually does have a couple of the features. It does have, these are the little things where you can adjust it to make it, longer or shorter. It came with its own little hook right here on here so that you don't have to. I sell that little kind of U-hook thing on my website so that you can make it like a racer back for the summer or whatever. So it was already on there. It was a nice little feature. And to give you an idea, this bra was $30. So it wasn't, a big investment. And I also think it looks really pretty too. But this is why the course in the Style Academy, where we still talk about, bras and what you look for when you fit, is still really good. And I'm not going to delete it or take it down, because when I filmed that lesson, we really talked about, what's the first thing you look at to determine if a bra fits correctly. And that is you look at the back, you look at the band. You don't look at the front. Most women walk in are like, oh, how does it look? Da, da, da. We look at the band, because that's where the large majority of the support comes from. So it's actually not in the cup, and we'll go over some bras that have some more molded cup shapes to them. So it's really the band. So, and this one too, if you notice how it fits so nicely, because it's not just like a triangle little swimsuit. Mm-hmm. It's not just this triangle piece of fabric. It actually does have not only a seam right here, but then has another seam here and a seam in here. So that really tells us the same thing when we filmed the lesson on shapewear. When it has several seams, it's not going to give you a unibutt or a uniboob. It's going to be molded and fit to shape you. So that's what kind of something else you want to look for as well. And Jen has a different one too. This is
the body bra from Victoria's Secret. And this comes in, this is roughly about $60. And it has a little more, it's more of the molded cup. But again, it doesn't have the wire in the base here. So you're avoiding the wire that way. And it gives a lot of support, for all different sized women.
So this is something this is almost, some people might call this even like a bralette. I'm not sure exactly how you define that, but this would be good. It not only does it have the molded shape, which I agree is nice, like under a t-shirt and stuff, but this is nice. Like you said, it's not, the wire really, as you said, restricts the movement and rubs too hard against the body. So this is still molded, but you don't get the wire on your skin and on the lymph system, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this would be good if you do have, a larger bust size. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes.
So that's a good option. And then this is actually, and like I said, I'll include a lot more brands below. And when I actually looked online, of course, there was a ton of stuff. And I was really pleasantly surprised when I looked online and just searched by wireless, how much stuff came up. I felt like things have really changed. It's now like when you look for gluten-free stuff or, whatever, vegan stuff, it's not like searching for a needle in a haystack. There was a big selection. And in the store too, there was definitely ones with women with larger bust size. And the woman was like, oh, you're probably not going to need this, but she just showed me what they had in the store. And this is actually by Spanx. I'm wearing a similar one by Woolco, again, under here to give you an idea. And same thing, this is a molded one and totally wireless. And what's nice is that it does have a higher side here. So I know that's something a lot of women are very, myself included, conscious of. And same thing, I will say that both my mom and I switched to these, and we both said that so much more comfortable. Like I used to, when I before walk in the house and like unhook my bra, I just never really liked wearing them. And these are like, I can leave them on all day.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know if you feel the same way, but for me, it's like, it feels natural.
Yes.
feels like how it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in terms of look, this I will say actually kind of almost, it doesn't sag, but it kind of makes your boobs, it kind of smushes them a little
Yes.
bit, I noticed,
Mm-hmm.
whereas this will give you the look that you're looking for. So I have both. I have 2 of these and 2 of the molded cup ones just to give me options when I need it under clothes.
You know, something I've recently seen as well is with the wireless bra, also in the side, in the band, they have ribs, like little mounds, and it's actually supposed to improve lymphatic drainage.
Oh, it's like a
little
pump.
massager.
Or
almost.
yeah, like it pushes it.
Yeah,
Oh.
absolutely. And I'm drawing a blank to the brand right now, but
Yeah.
I'll find that and you can add that to your link below.
Yeah.
I thought I saw it at Victoria's Secret, but I'm not sure. I'll have to check on that.
Oh.
But so they are becoming aware of the impact that the wire is having on breast health and creating different products to help remedy the congestion.
Yay, that's what I'm saying. It's not as hard to find. Once you actually, it's like every time you think of a red Jeep and you find a red Jeep everywhere, it's easier to find than you think. So I promise you, it's not slim pickings.
Yes.
So I'm hoping you found that helpful. I'm not here, I don't mean to scare anyone. It's really more about, kind of putting the information out there and being informed and knowing that you have options.
Mm-hmm.
And I always find, this is why people say, Jen actually signed up for a course in the Style Academy, and she's like, my father noticed. She's like, oh my God, it's working.
And my sister signed up too.
Oh, there we go. That's right. I've always found that if we understand the why behind something, it's easier to make the switch or make the change or incorporate it into our life because we really truly understand it. Me explaining why something is matchy-matchy. Jen says, oh my God, she's like, I walk down the street and see it now all the time. I know how to identify it. And then, like I said, I will be sure to include links to the deodorant and other, Jen's website if you want to connect with her, and any other resources that I think would be helpful, as well as a list of brands. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon.